Okay, this is a simple video about why Einstein isn't wrong. Einstein isn't wrong that space is in a perfect balance of expansion and contraction. Okay, we all know that there's been observations through what is known mathematics of the system, of our solar system, right? They have these observations that show that it looks like our universe is expanding at a rapid rate, right? That our universe is expanding at a rate that isn't thought possible. And it goes against what everything Einstein says, right? It's like, whoa, Einstein is wrong. I deserve a Nobel Prize. Da, 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 da. But it's just not the truth. It's just not the truth. What it comes down to is not understanding dark matter and dark energy. And because scientists do not currently understand dark matter and dark energy like the way that is the truth, this misguided judgment is misguided. Okay? I'm going to tell you why. What it is, ultimately, what people don't realize is that dark matter and dark energy creates itself, and it is the force to counteract expansion. Okay? It's literally the force that counteracts expansion. Think about starlight energies, right? The sun beaming out tons of light energy, right? All that light energy that is passing through the dark energy that is there, the dark matter, basically the light energy creates dark matter. The more that the light passes through it, the more that the light goes through the dark matter, the more that it slowly breaks off bits and pieces of each particle, basically. And so if you see a star from really far away, and you're seeing it through dark matter, which is everywhere around us and constantly expanding, you're seeing dark matter expand because regular energy is being absorbed to expand the dark matter's density. And by increasing the density of the dark matter, that brings in the other forms of energy and makes it collapse on itself, creating a slowing force. And so people don't understand that. They can't grasp that concept, but it's real simple. It's a real fucking simple thing, and I don't know how you idiots didn't fucking realize it yet. But basically what's happening is regular energy forms pass through the dark matter, and when they do, it breaks it down. It breaks it down and converts to more energy to make more dark matter. And when it creates more dark matter, its density gets more. And what happens, let's say, what happens when you have the sun shining on a pool? Well, on a pool, you see the light on the bottom. Well, what happens when you have the light shining on a big body of water? Real simple to think about. I'm trying to keep this as simple as possible for you to understand the concept here. What happens is the water absorbs the light. The matter absorbs the material. Okay? Now, what we don't understand, what scientists fail to grasp, is that when it absorbs this light, it builds itself. It's creating matter using energy over time. Tons of energy that passes through it. The more that passes through it, the more it can build its matter. And the more it builds its matter, the more it slows down the force of expansion. And the more that it builds its matter, the more that it creates the illusion of stars going further and further and further away. It looks like they're getting further and further and further away when they're not. They're not getting further at all, okay? They're actually coming closer. They're slowing down. And eventually it's going to be into contraction. Okay, there's pretty much, there's counterbalances for everything that's designed. And this is the counterbalance. And that's how it works. It absorbs all sorts of regular energy forms, normal energy forms, creates dark energy to feed off of, to make dark matter, to make itself, to build itself bigger. And basically, as we look up into the sky, we see the expansion of dark matter exponentially growing. It's getting denser and denser. It's getting more and more forms of energy passing through it, and it's getting denser and denser. And because it's getting denser, we currently think that there's fields. We can measure this field is more denser than this field, and because they think that they can measure this one field right here, they think that they have a number on it when there's really no number, because it's everywhere. It's all around. It's a 360 view of this entire galaxy is covered in it. So the more that we sit here, the more we see it expanding. It's all an illusion. And the problem is that because it's all an illusion, people will lose hope that there's any real measurements. But you can't lose hope in science just because there's no real science at all. There's no way to prove anything. There's no real number system yet, just because we don't understand the numbers well enough. We're running tests. We're running observations with numbers that are incorrect, numbers that aren't right, stuff that we don't understand. And I'm trying to give you the understanding you need for this. And I really hope that you're someone who understands dark matter and dark energy and could maybe get this to other people. I don't know. I've been saying this for years. I've been saying it for so many years, ever since the Nobel Prize went out for that guy saying that the fucking world was in expansion, and it's expanding at a rapid rate, a rate that's unfathomable. It's just plain and simply wrong. And it comes down to all of our space telescopes, all of it's just obsolete. It's all obsolete. None of it does anything. It doesn't give you any real numbers. And they don't want to lose funding over their shit, because it's ultimately going to lose funding. They're all looking for a dark energy particle, when there's no such thing as a dark energy particle. It's not that type of existence. We've all been searching for it. They've been looking forever. They're not ever going to find it, because it is the cause and the result. It is the wave. This is the wave. Now, there's a particle there, but the particle is regular energy forms, regular particles. And the byproduct is the dark matter. And it's micro scales here that people don't even understand. But let me assure you that we are not in a rapid expansion. Einstein is completely right. His theory still holds strong today. And you need to understand that everything you see out in space, everything when you look and observing with a telescope, all of it's wrong, because it's based off wrong numbers. It's based off of numbers that are just not right. Okay? And what's happening is an expansion of dark matter itself. And because of the Big Bang, all the other energy forms are pushing out, the stars are pushing out tons of light energy, and that creates a density inside the dark matter, which is everywhere, all around, and the density is going up, and it's getting denser and denser because it's building itself and feeding off the regular light forms that pass through it, slowing it down, building more matter. And the more matter that it builds up, the more it can slow down the light forms that come through. And when it does that, you look at the telescope and you all of a sudden notice that, wait a second, this star that I viewed a month ago is now much more dim. It's a lot more dim now. Oh, and it seems smaller. Well, it's breaking off the outside layers of those lights. So when it comes after gravitational lensing comes all the way down, it looks like it's physically gotten smaller. It looks like it's gotten dimmer, even though it's exactly the same as it was, and there's just an illusion. But that just brings up the problem that all of our space telescopes, everything that we have, it's all obsolete. None of the data means anything because it's not concrete. That's unfortunately where we're at, and I think that they're trying to hide that. That's where we are. Okay. Don't get that twisted, because that's what it is, and that's what's happening. And so that's pretty much the only shit I have to tell you about right now. But yeah, we are not rapidly expanding. The universe is in perfect harmony, the way it needs to be to work. And everything still holds valid. And all of this Nobel Prize for seeing that there's a rapid expansion. It's just misinformation. It's misguided information. It's a lack of knowledge. It's a lack of understanding. It's a lack of knowing the truth. And I'm giving you the truth today. So that's your bit of truth. Okay? And I tried to explain it as simply as possible. I like to try to use water. And I like to make people think that dark matter is like invisible water. There's still mass there. Still slows down light. But people can't grasp the concept that unlike water, as regular energy forms pass through it, this is the most important thing. When energy passes through it, it builds itself. It builds its matter by breaking off all sorts of regular energies. All sorts of regular energies that pass through it. It feeds off of that. Tiny fractions of everything. It builds itself up. And it's just getting denser. And creating an illusion of expansion. That's as simple as I can give it to you. Okay, that's a spoon, and I'm sticking it right in your mouth. Okay? So, yeah, that's that. That's the facts. And that's all I can give to you is the facts. So, I hope you can grasp what I just said there and compare it with what you've been told and realize that everyone is wrong. The whole scientific community is wrong. They just, because they don't understand. They don't understand something so simple. But now I've told you, so now you can spread the word and you can make this known, okay? Because I don't give a shit about a Nobel Prize. I don't fucking care. All I care about is spreading information. Spreading useful information to the people who need it. And if it's not really useful, I don't know what you're going to do with it. So what? So what? We're not expanding at a rapid rate, and it's all illusion. And now everything that we thought we could see and measure is all bullshit. So we don't know anything. It proves that we know nothing. So that's why you don't hear about it. Alright, well, I love everyone on here. Love everyone in this game. Thank you for playing. I really appreciate you coming here and spending your time and money investment here. So thank you. Thank you for being a human with me in this game. I love you all. Adios. Hasta luego.